If you have a Shopify store, you know you have a lot of competition, right? Which means what? It means that your Shopify conversion rate is really critical. And I don't care what niche you're in, whatever the niche you're in, your Shopify conversion rate is going to be really, really substantial. So, in today's conversation, I want to explain to you how to improve your CVR, your conversion rate, but also to know what to sell to actually improve or even boost your current CVR. Let me give you an overview here. So, the product you sell on Shopify or on BigCommerce or WooCommerce or what have you will have a lot of impact on your revenue. That's logical. But it also has a lot to do with, let's say, your conversion rate. So if you think about conversion rate, think about how you are going to really bring, basically have visitors to your website, but also make the leap to buying from you. Okay, especially if you are selling a product that's not really straightforward. I mean, some products have a simple conversion journey, while others have a more complicated. Okay, so conversion is not only relegated to websites. You can also use this metric in ads. So, since Shopify is primarily an e-commerce platform, the conversion you want is a sale. You want the person browsing your product to buy, and each purchase is actually a conversion. That's what you want. You want to have that conversion ASAP and that conversion all the time. So there are a few factors that affect your Shopify conversion rate. You have your value proposition. So the kind of value proposition your store has. So this is actually a benefit or a series of benefits that your store actually offers visitors. You also have the urgency of purchase. So consumers nowadays are inundated with options. So urgency refers to the importance of buying the item now. So if a site visitor does not think that your product is an urgent need, he or she is not going to buy. You also have the competition level. This will affect your Shopify conversion rate, the ease of navigation of your online store. Okay, so remember that customers pay attention to your product pages. They're looking for something when they go to those pages. So if that thing is absent or very difficult to find, they will leave very quickly. Okay, and that thing can be a return or a refund policy. It can be a price, a discounted price, or a special offer. It can be a shipping price or shipping details, and it can also be a series of product images, descriptions, and videos. So your goal here is what? Your goal is to reduce what I call friction. You must actually strive to have a website that offers an easy customer experience. So the less effort you require of the user or consumer, the easier it is for them to proceed to the purchase level. So if you want to really improve your Shopify conversion rate this year, if you have a Shopify store, and again, I want you to really understand the tips I'm giving you don't actually apply to a specific niche. They apply across the board. The first thing you want to do here is to improve your product pages. Okay, so if you want to boost your Shopify conversion rate, improve your product pages because those product pages are the cornerstone of your Shopify revenue machine. Once a customer is already on your online store, we can say that your ad or marketing efforts have yielded good results, right? The goal now is to ensure that your product pages are convincing enough for the viewer to buy. For instance, you want to use videos and high quality images. You want to make the features visible and you want to highlight the benefits. In other words, the value proposition to the buyer, not to you. Okay, don't just list the features of the product. You want to show the value proposition. You also want to add or share social proof. If you want to boost your Shopify conversion rate, you want to show social proof. And social proof can come in many forms. Positive comments on your social media pages about your products, reviews and ratings on your website, or videos of people talking about your product. This can be UGC, user generated content. You also want to improve website performance. If you want to really boost your Shopify conversion rate, boost your website performance, here you want to focus on mobile responsiveness, but also the website speed. You also want to streamline your checkout. So the customer saw the product and now he or she wants to buy it, right? He or she clicks on add to cart and proceeds to checkout, but then abandons the cart. Why? Because they don't like filling in too much information, or they don't like the offer you have. The only solution to this is to use a fast checkout process. Okay, so just make sure you are paying attention to the journey, the checkout journey. And finally, you also want to offer promotions. If you want to really increase your Shopify conversion rate, offer promotions big time, especially if you are in a very competitive industry. If you want to boost your Shopify conversion rates, I want to really share with you a few top niches to really focus on if you want to really make money consistently and you want to scale fast too. The first one is, a lot of them you will see revolve around fashion. That's because everybody has to wear clothes anyway, okay? And I don't care if you are a fashion aficionado or aficionada. Even if you're a regular fashion person, you still need clothes. So general apparel is actually the first niche. So general apparel refers to all sorts of clothing that has nothing to do with sports. So this niche includes men's clothing, women's clothing, and children's clothing. So you have t-shirts, pants, formal or jeans or khakis. You have dresses, blouses, short pants, jackets, and cardigans. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Now, general apparel refers to daily wear. So while I can't really provide accurate, specific conversion rates for every type, there are good things you need to know. Okay, men typically buy 5 pieces of clothing per year. Women buy 10 pieces. Or children, the expected volume is 8 to 12 pieces per child per year. So this is kind of important. And women spend way more on clothing than men. Okay, just be aware of that. And children way less. So besides general apparel, you also have active apparel. So active apparel refers to clothing used in sports. It's also commonly called active wear, sportswear, or athleisure. Okay, so you have yoga pants, for instance. You have boxer shirts or tank tops, jogging pants, spandex clothing for exercise and sports, shorts for running, and sports bras. So this is something to really think about. And so don't confuse active wear with sporting goods. The latter refers to products used in sports like basketball, tennis rackets, skis, and so on and so forth. If you are looking for high conversion rate niches for Shopify or even other e commerce platforms, think about general footwear. So, general footwear refers to shoes you don't wear in sports. So, you have a stiletto, you have leather shoes, you have canvas shoes, you have slippers and slip ons, you have flat shoes and sandals. Okay. So, the global footwear market size has a projection of half a billion in revenue, all the way to 1 billion. The thing is, every person is likely to spend $64 to $75 for a pair of shoes this year, and everybody has to wear shoes anyway. As long as you have feet, you have to wear shoes. Okay, that's really logical. And one thing to keep in mind is that the vast majority of footwear sales are in the non-luxury category. In addition, every person will buy about 2 pairs per year. Next, you have active footwear. So similar to clothing, active footwear actually a separate niche in the sense that this is footwear used mainly for sports. So you have running shoes, for instance. You have rubber shoes. Those can really be expensive depending on the industry you're in. You have specialized shoes for bowling, for instance, for skiing, etc. But you also have trekking shoes. So any footwear designed primarily for sports use, is actually active wear. I mean, today people who do not even engage in sports buy active footwear because it has penetrated deep into society. Okay, so one can see that you can see this in sneakers and basketball shoes. People wear them every day, even though they never play basketball, just because they love it. Okay, and you can really take advantage of that trend. This is kind of cool. And what I want to say is that when it comes to active wear, people spend a lot of cash. At least in this country, the basically when you think about active footwear, some sneakers can go all the way to $200. That's $200. Okay, so gone are the days where folks are spending like $50 or $40 or $30. Today's consumers are pretty generous with their active footwear. Next, you have toys and learning. So, toys and learning is another great opportunity if you are looking to boost your Shopify conversion rate. So when you think about toys and learning, you are looking at anything for kids, but also for adults, like drones, for instance. Okay, and as for learning, these are toys for kids. So let me give you a few of some of the sub niches for toys and learning. You have building blocks, you have puzzles, you have coloring materials or sets, and you have drones and remote controlled toys. Okay, and this industry is growing big time because hey, listen, people are having kids all the time. Okay, and those kids they need to learn, they need to entertain. Okay, so the market for toys and learning is really huge, especially when it comes to building blocks and construction kits. So these kinds of toys include Lego type toys. You have Gundam, car building kits, etc. And the biggest sub niche is actually games and puzzles. This is kind of cool, and people are willing to spend about $300 to $500 per child on toys. You also have food and beverage. Okay, food and beverages are a little bit tricky to dropship, considering that you will be competing with the physical stores, right? Such as Walmart or Walmart. So picking the right types of food and drink products is the key to success in this niche. So let me give you a few examples of foods you can actually dropship. You have coffee, you have tea, you have drinks for bodybuilders. You also have food supplements. This is kind of cool. And dropshipping coffee is one of the best options because there are coffee suppliers who will create your personal or unique brew for you. It's also not as heavily regulated as energy drinks and food supplements. So it's a low penetration niche that you can really think about this year. If you want to boost your Shopify conversion rate, also I want you to think about health and beauty. So basically, when I speak about health and beauty, I'm speaking directly or indirectly about lipsticks, makeup, fake eyelashes, eyebrow extensions, and mud packs. Okay, this is actually I would say a generally female sort of a female oriented niche. Okay, there are so many health and beauty products that you can choose from, and so I can say that this is a huge niche. So should you decide to actually sell in this category, the best approach is actually to niche down. Okay, don't try to really sell everything to everybody. Niche down. So this is kind of cool, and there are some sub niches that you need to really consider. For instance, you have personal care. Okay, and this personal care refers to shampoo, conditioner, and other products that can improve someone's health and beauty. Supplements like collagen belong to this category too. On the other hand, skincare mainly deals with lotion, face creams, treatment for wounds, and treatment for scars, pimples, etc. You also have a dining and art and decor. So dining and art and decor is a huge niche also. So home decor such as wall art, paintings, and figurines are actually massive hits. This also includes small pillows, bed sheets, etc. So, like beauty and health, this is a highly competitive niche. So, if you want to succeed, you want to do a print on demand drop shipping. So, it is a business model where you actually design your products and only pay for them once a customer places an order. This is kind of cool. And let me give you a few examples of home decor products you can sell today and make some good cash along the way. So, you have lamps, you have pots, you have water fountains, you have mats and carpets, you have a bookend, and you also have a LED night lights. So this is kind of cool. The good thing about home decor items is that there is no issue with importing them unless they have lithium batteries. Okay, because of this, you can choose from several dropship suppliers globally. So this is kind of cool. If you want to improve your Shopify conversion rate, you also have sporting goods. So sporting goods are very huge. I mean, as is sports as a niche. I mean, sports is a huge industry that has that actually close to $5 to $10 billion a year. So experts say that sports and swimwear have the highest revenue at about 36 to $40 billion. Now, there are many types of sports products you can sell, and let me show you a few of them, especially the most popular. So you have a gym equipment, for instance. You have sportswear like shoes and jogging pants. You have swimwear. You have sports equipment, among others. So since sports is such a big industry, my recommendation once again is to niche down. For example, should you buy a store and focus on gym equipment only, do not build a general sports store because your target audience will get confused. It's also difficult to market at a general sports store. So this is kind of important. You also have a home appliance. So that's the last niche that I want you to choose this year. If you are trying to boost your shopping your Shopify conversion rate. So these appliances, the home appliances, have they're not huge ones like washing machines. Instead, these are small gadgets and trinkets that you can sell for less than $100. I'm speaking here about manual blenders, so bladed and used typically for blending powdered juice with other ingredients. You have pots and pans. You have coffee makers. You have air fryers and electric grills. These are really good also. You also have small, low-powered food processors, and those are great for processing simple foods like garlic and onions, for instance. And finally, you have toasters. Okay. Now, appliances can be challenging to sell, considering that you do not get to test them as a dropshipper. So, because of this, you want to look for a reliable dropshipping partner. Okay. You need one who inspects every appliance before shipping it. And also, there are specific conditions that your supplier must meet. Let's say the quality of the product, the timeliness of the shipments, etc. Okay, so this is an important element. And also, I want you to really concentrate on one sub niche only. Okay, so that way you can really serve that niche profitably. For example, you would do better if you only concentrated your efforts on kitchen gadgets or just the living room gadgets. It's easier to find an audience this way than if you build a general appliance store. In conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about Shopify conversion rate. I gave you the overview and then the top niches. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.